So here is another project I'm going to try and take on. I've never actually really done this before. I've kind of done a few little things like it. This is a muzzleloader buttstock. I'm going to try to inlay a piece of antler. Got it marked out and started in there. And once I get it inlaid, initials and year put into the antler. This is a Lyman Great Plains rifle, 50 caliber. I redid the stock, sanded it faux curly maple by wrapping with wire and burning with a torch, and then applied some bone black just to blacken areas to make it look older. And it's not great, but turned out pretty well for my first try. Now I'm going to try to put this inlay and put my initials and the current year, because who knows, maybe someday I'll have a grandkid who'll have this rifle if the liberal government doesn't take every firearm we own. But my father always told me, always date anything that you make. Who knows? Maybe around long after you're gone. So I'll keep you updated. So just gotta keep working this down. Be very careful not to split it. Wow. Wood, I'm told. So here we are. Trying to carefully carve this down. Deep enough to fit. Of course, I got to go deeper in the middle because this is curved and this is flat. So I got to try and get this inner bottom flattened, which is going to be kind of technical, but just work away at it. Be very Be careful not to split it off. Where's my small chisel? Anyway, you see how I'm going about this. Check back later when I'm just more of the same for now. So I think I got it deep enough. Now I got the antler. Second here. Thin out, soaking in water for, well, overnight. Completely soak in water for a long time. And then you boil it for half an hour, and you can actually bend it. I've bent round antler tines that way. So this flat, thin piece should bend nice and easy. And the next step will be epoxy in. It's kind of rough now, but once it gets epoxied in and sanded down flush, then we're going to work on what's the term? Scrimshawing it. So again, I guess the next video will be tomorrow. So here's an update. I removed the barrel from the stock, and I actually epoxied it in last night, left it overnight. Of course, it got to be sanded down, flush, and the stock will be refinished a little bit. Maybe I'll just do a small portion of it, but I'm happy with the results so far. Step-by-step process. Seems to be a good fit. The gaps are filled with epoxy. Once I get that epoxy sanded off, I should have what I'm looking for. So there. On to the next step. So update. Here is the inlay. Installed. Got a small gap right there to fill a little epoxy, and refinish. Buff it out a bit. It'll finish fine. Next step is to scrimshaw, I guess. Drawing my initials. This is what I'm going for right here. Trying to engrave that in, fill it with black ink, resand it off. It should be nice and should be nice, I think. So we'll check back in as progress proceeds. So here's the light engraving. Shadow. Now I'm going to mix up some epoxy. It's actually that cold out here. I got to heat it up with the heat gun so it will run. I'm going to mix some bone black with it. Bone black. It's actually I come from Kibler's long rifles. That's what puts the aged dark spots in the wood. It should work to dye the epoxy. I'm going to fill in the I guess it's a form of scrimshaw, kind of. And get some sand marks here, but reapply some finish. It should come back to life the way it's supposed to be. So, signing out. So, here is the scrimshaw. Call it scrimshaw. Just to buff it out and reapply some true oil. Bring life back into the standard parts of the stock around the inlay. And it's kind of rough, but I like it. A little personalization. So, one more video when it's completely done, refinished, barrel installed. Finished inlay. Kind of rough, maybe, but I like it. Going from the roughness of the old Hawken style rifle. Personalized. Anyway, try and keep posting more videos. Some of the things I do. Here's a modified bearded axe. Change the handle on. gotta make a sheath for this. It's another project. Wrapped here with twine, epoxy down. Same wire wrapped, torch burned handle for a sort of a curly maple look. A few more plans for this one also. This here is a range rod for loading muzzle loaders. Jag. Antler handle. And a funnel just to protect the bore from scratching up the rifling when you run the rod in the bore. It's a steel rod. You can purchase them for range shooting rather than risk you breaking your wooden ramrod that comes with your rifle. So, it's the rifle finished. Let her dry, let the oil set. And it's bitter cold here. It's in the 30s with wind chill. So, maybe next year I'll put a wood stove in this place. Anyway, if you like these videos, let me know. I'll continue. Just an update on another project I'll probably film. I'm making a traditional cotton anorak. Keep you posted on that one.